Another one that I was thinking about before we got started was leaders don't get stuck because they failed. They get stuck because what worked before is no longer what's needed now. I see you
Yes.
smile. So I
Same.
think you concur. Tell me what's behind that smile there.
Picking up on what I said before. So, if you have established yourself as a very successful leader, high
Mm,
achieving leader, you've
mm,
probably found an operating model that works well for you. You found your way of leading that works really well. And then you go into a different role, and suddenly that operating model doesn't work. And you're trying the same things, and you think, why is this not working? This has worked for the roles that I've had before. But if
mm,
you are evolving into a high level role or it's a different kind of role, a great example for me when I was in the police service, I had like the first couple of supervision roles that I had were very operational, very like on the ground, in with the team. It's a job that I had done before. So I'd worked my way up through. I knew that job inside and out. And that's what they needed from me. They needed answers, they needed direction, they needed somebody who knew the role. And then when I got promoted into a senior leadership role with major crime team, very different department, very different pace, very different priorities, very different ways of working. And I'd never worked in that role, which meant that I couldn't tap into what was very familiar for me and being the go to person, being the oracle, being the person who knew everything, being the person who knew all the answers. I'd never worked in that role before. But actually, that's not what they needed. They wanted me to
nice.
listen and make the decisions based on what they were recommending. And actually, once I got my head around the fact that I didn't know and I
Mhm,
didn't need to know all of the details, that helped me to, I think, for want of a better analogy, come off the dance floor and be
mhm.
on the balcony and be able to look at the bigger picture and be able to work at that strategic level.